With the food card program currently under review for restructuring, a suggestion is being made that the new model find some way to limit the amount of foreign goods that can be purchased in an attempt to save on foreign exchange. It came during a joint select committee inquiry into the program on Wednesday. Janine Brown reports.
With the government having had to fork out some $1.8 billion over the past 10 years to fund the food card program, Senator Rohan Sinanan believes it's time that consideration be given to limiting persons who access the grant to purchasing only local goods. He referenced the Ministry of Education's changes to the school feeding program as an example of how this can be done.
The meals that they provide, they have moved away from the importation of the fruits, and so that they put locally produced fruits. So I just want to put it on the table that you all could consider something like that, because we are strapped for foreign exchange, and if the government is putting out $1.8 billion, the government should have a say as to the country benefiting somewhere along the line from that money.
But while the ministry's permanent secretary did accept the suggestion, she shared some concern that it may be an unfair measure.
When we give grants, when we give support to persons who are vulnerable, we also recognize that they have rights too, and we wouldn't want to, put conditionalities that are on these grants that will be a bit, difficult for them to deal with.
Meanwhile, as the ministry says some 30,000 persons access the service at present, Acting Permanent Secretary Natasha Barrows said the current state of affairs fails to empower applicants and has encouraged a culture of dependency.
The TCCTP was designed to address food insecurity via cash transfer, while at the same time facilitating rehabilitative and developmental activities by ensuring that recipients are also afforded the skills training, referrals and assistance needed to find employment as a prerequisite or condition of receiving that cash transfer.
In early October, during the debate of the 2018 budget, Minister of Social Development Sharianne Critchlow-Coburn said the new system would be implemented in the first quarter of 2018. Janine Brown, C News.
A collaboration with the Election and Boundaries Commission to ease the work of the Ministry of Social Development and Family Services was suggested by Chairman Dr. Danisha Mahabir during the JSC meeting, as the EBC collects its own data when registering and renewing identification cards.
EBC itself can start collecting while we are registering for our electoral districts the same information that you require to administer your own social programs, so that when someone comes to you with his national ID card, that ID card would already have encoded in it the information that you need, and it will avoid the duplication of you trying to collect information that another agency in the country is mandated to collect.
Dr. Mahabir's reason for the suggestion was based on the fact that in many instances there are duplications. Acting Chief Technical Officer at the Ministry of Social Development and Family Services, Vijay Gangaprasad, said they have had discussions with the EBC and how they can share information.
In fact, we have signed on to an MOU with the Registrar General. We are soon to do the same with Immigration. We have also signed at the cost per signing an MOU with the National Insurance Board, and it is primarily to get that kind of synergy in terms of having to get clients to be running from office to office just to get information. So clearly, and just to answer your question, clearly there is merit in collaboration. What we collaborate on might be the details that we work on, but clearly we are already at the stage where we have at least started the conversation.